Hi, Lee.
Hey Bree, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I think we're on a little bit of a delay. You gotta love technology, right?
Well, thank you for joining me today to talk a little bit about Chamber Luncheon. What are some of the things that we heard after January Luncheon?
Well, we heard that people really enjoyed getting back together, even though it was virtual. And we also heard that they wanted a more engaging experience. And we're hoping that this time around we'll be able to give them what they're asking for.
Exactly. And in order to help with that, we wanted to get on, make a quick little video to walk everyone through Hopin, which is our new virtual platform. Whether you attended or not, just help you better understand how to use everything that it has to offer to engage with people you know, people you don't know, and start to make some of those new connections. Sound good?
It sounds great. And I'm glad that we're doing this because one of the things with technology is not everybody is completely comfortable with it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We're all learning this as we go, and I'm glad that we can do this together so we can all learn it together.
Yeah, and we are still learning this as we go
Right,
too. We've spent
right.
a lot of time over the last few weeks in the platform to get to know it a little better, to be able to do this for you, but to also be able to turn on some new features in February, which we're really excited about.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, so this is the reception page. When you join our live event, this is the first place that you're going to come. And we've added a couple of more instructions here to hopefully help guide you where to go. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you get familiar with some of the buttons that you see on the side, but also that you take a look at any text that is on the screen. So yay, you're here. We're so excited that you're joining us for another virtual luncheon. And if you're not sure where to start, this is going to tell you how to navigate through some of these menu options. So this is going to be your menu bar to the left. Every single luncheon will start from 11:30 to 12 with virtual networking, either in the networking tab or the sessions tab. And we'll go through what that looks like in just a minute here. And then at 12, we're going to be live on the stage with our live program. We know it can be a little bit tricky when you get wrapped up in conversation to kind of remember to go there, but a little button that says live will show up over the stage. And then we've also added this schedule down here so that you can set calendar reminders if you need that one extra step to pop up on your computer screen and show you where you need to be and when. So keep an eye on the schedule down here. Any changes that are made will be there.
I really like the schedule feature, Bree. Sorry to cut you off,
Yeah, no,
but for
you're fine.
me, my schedule's crazy all the time, and these little gentle reminders I think will be very helpful to keep us on track and to get us into the spots we need to be in, and specifically to hear our speaker.
For sure. And then I also want to make note to this area right here. This is where you're going to find our feature luncheon sponsors. So similar to what you would see behind us if we were live in person, that big banner with all of those logos here. Take a look at the logos here at February Luncheon. This is just a testing platform. And fun fact, they're also interactive. So you can click on the logos. It'll go right to their website so you can learn more about that sponsoring company. And a big thanks to all of our sponsors who have signed on for February Luncheon. And you'll see those next month. The other thing I want to point out before we get into the menu option is going to be this chat feature right here. This is going to be your home base. So if you have questions, this is where you will type them to us, and we will have a producer on the back end moderating all of those questions, helping you if you need it. But it was also very fun last month because our attendees engaged quite a bit in this chat here, Lee. So if I'm an attendee at Luncheon, what are some of the things that I could maybe drop here in the chat for everyone else to see?
Well, it's like a virtual business card, really.
Mm-hmm.
It allows you to connect virtually, and you can put in your website address, an email, a contact phone, number, really just catch up with people that you haven't talked to in a while. It's a great way for you to be engaged throughout the entire program. And it also, if you've got a bad memory like I do, you can screenshot it if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
You copy down stuff as they're typing. But it's a great opportunity just to put networking information into that chat.
Absolutely. And then a couple of other things to keep an eye on here. There's a polling feature, so we might have a couple of questions in there for you to answer. And then this people tab will show you everyone who is registered and everyone who is online. So when people are actually online, there will be a little green bubble here. The networking and sessions, that part will be a little bit randomized, but if you see Carol is here and you've been trying to get a hold of her, from the people tab, you can click right on her name, send her a message here, but even invite her to video call directly. So I just wanted to make note of that. I know a couple of people found it last time, but if you're trying to get a hold of one person in particular, this is where you're going to want to do that.
And one of the other great things about this is because we have such a large chamber family, sometimes it can be overwhelming and sometimes it's difficult to get in touch with that person you've been trying to get in touch with. This allows us to have a little bit more of an intimate one-on-one type of conversation so you can get that ball rolling and then take it offline after the program.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's get into what some of these buttons here mean. Again, the stage, that's where we're going to be live with our program at noon on the dot. So we'll have a little bit of a countdown so that people can make it there in time before we get started, but Lee will give us some opening remarks. We'll have a featured speaker and any other programming items that we might have planned. In the sessions tab, this is going to be new. So if you joined us in February, you might not have seen this. This is where we're actually going to have some roundtable discussions. So that was some feedback that we heard from January. You liked the one-on-one networking, but you also wanted the opportunity to talk to more than one person at a time. So these tables are set up to host 8 people at a time. So if you click on the table, it's going to ask you to share your audio and video, and if there is still room, you'll be admitted to the screen. So it'll be just like a Zoom meeting where you see all of those boxes pop up. I'm pretty sure that it's set to 8 people per table. And if not, you can just back out and find another table, or you can go into this one-on-one networking feature. Lee, tell us a little bit about this one-on-one networking.
Well, the one-on-one networking is great because it kind of gets you out of your comfort zone. And in sales with women, it's always great to meet new people, but sometimes it's a little scary. Yeah. So this allows you to get in front of people and you get out of that comfort zone. You get to make that introduction, and then hopefully you've made a connection that you can take offline and further follow up with.
Yeah, so when you're ready to network one-on-one, you're going to click this button, ready. It'll ask you again to share your audio and your video, so you want to make sure that that's all set. And then it'll actually randomly pair you with someone else who is also in the queue waiting to connect. And then at the top of the screen, you'll see a button there that says connect. So when you signed up for Hopin, if you built out your profile with your LinkedIn and contact information, hitting that connect button will actually save it to your account outside of this event. So if you log into Hopin on your general dashboard, it'll show all of the recent connections you've made there. So you don't have to worry about putting it into your phone real quick or copy and pasting it. Clicking that button will prompt it to save right in the system, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's a great feature to have because we all want to take those connections back with us. And I think just having that ability to do so is really, really awesome.
Okay, and so the last feature that we want to talk about that's going to be, again, new in February is this Expo feature. So again, this is just our testing platform. We're still kind of playing around with it, but we want to give you an idea of kind of what to expect. So we're envisioning that you'll join Chamber Luncheon, you'll do the networking either in the sessions or the networking. You'll join us on the stage for our live programming, and then afterwards, we'll have some extra time for networking if you want to go back there, but we'll also have some time for you to visit us in this expo area. So Lee, tell us a little bit about what this expo area is intended to be like.
Sure. I'm really excited about this opportunity with the expo portion of the platform because it allows us to have virtual vendor tables. So you guys all know when we're at Luncheon in person, we have a myriad of different vendors that are represented during the program, and you have the opportunity to go in and speak with them one-on-one. You might get to win some cool GAC prizes, whatever the case may be, but we're trying to bring that in-person experience to you here virtually. So the great thing is you're going to have some of the folks that you've always seen in the past a part of this particular expo portions. We want you to engage with them. We want you to ask questions. We want you to get to know them. It's a wonderful way for vendors or other members to promote themselves and to get in front of the entire chamber family. So it's a win-win for everybody, really.
Yeah, so once you click into their booth, you'll see a couple of different things, either a video recording from them, maybe they'll have a slideshow going, or maybe you might see a live person there ready to talk to you. We're still working through some of those details. But over here on the side, Lee has built out an example where they have an event offer. There's a button where you can click to go to their webpage, learn a little bit more. But then you'll see here within the booth, there's another chat feature. So this is where you can ask questions to that booth owner specifically. They'll be there manning the chat, engaging with people who come in. If they wanted to do a giveaway, this is where they could do that. You know, drop your email address to enter our drawing here. But this is where you can talk directly to those vendor tables, just as if, you know, you were walking through the Holiday Inn Gateway Center and visiting every table as you went. So we're really excited about this expo portion as well. All right, and so that's really just the general rundown. Again, I want to reiterate that this chat feature is going to be your home base here. So our producer on the back end will be monitoring that chat to answer your questions at any time, but we want to make it fun. So when our speaker, you know, maybe has some of those aha moments, feel free to type those in the chat. What's really speaking to you, engage with our other attendees, and then again, 11:30 to 12, networking either in the sessions or the networking tab, and then 12 o'clock live will be here on the stage, and that'll be indicated by the red live button. Anything else, Lee, that you think our attendees might want to know for February Luncheon?
No, I think the most important thing is to get registered with Hopin, really fill out that profile for yourself. That way, when you do connect with people, you have all the updated information about you and your business right there and readily available. But most of all, just come in, enjoy, have fun, connect with us, engage with us, and enjoy the program. We're excited to have you, and this is almost as good as being in person.
Yes, it'll serve for now. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me today, Lee. I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions or still feel a little bit nervous about navigating through the platform before you join our actual live event, please feel free to reach out to us at any time. We are here to help answer any questions, provide additional resources. If you're interested in sponsoring Luncheon, connect with Lee. That's the only way you're going to get one of those awesome expo tables linked here on the homepage. So we're really trying to find any way and every way possible to give our sponsors some exposure, even from a virtual standpoint. And I think that this platform really gives us some cool options to do that.
Well, thanks for having me today, Bree. I'm really excited where we're headed. I'm excited to see everybody next month. So I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, we will see you there. Date and time, Lee?
It is Wednesday, February 10th, 11:30, start.
Perfect. And you can register right there on our events page. If you have trouble finding that, again, feel free to reach out to us. We are here to help.
Yeah, thanks again.
Thanks. We'll see you there.